Assalamu alaikum, friends. Today we are going to take you on a journey to a land that is both mysterious and majestic. A country where towering mountains guard valleys filled with history, where deserts hide the ruins of ancient civilizations, and where rivers continue to flow despite centuries of war and destruction. We are talking about Afghanistan, a landlocked country in the heart of Asia that the world knows by many names. The crossroads of civilizations, the heart of Asia, and most famously, the graveyard of empires. This is a land that has fascinated explorers, historians, and conquerors for centuries. In this video, we will dive deep into Afghanistan's history, culture, geography, people, economy, and its uncertain yet hopeful future. So stay with us till the end, because this journey through Afghanistan is not just about exploring a nation, it's about understanding one of the most resilient peoples on Earth. Friends, Afghanistan's official name is the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. It has a population of more than 43 million people, ranking it among the top 40 most populated nations in the world. With a land area of 652,000 square kilometers, it is the 41st largest country in the world. Afghanistan is landlocked, which means it has no direct access to the sea. Its borders touch Pakistan in the south and east, Iran in the west, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan in the north, and a very small but significant border with China in the northeast, known as the Wakhan Corridor. This narrow strip of land, only 76 kilometers long, connects Afghanistan to China and has immense geopolitical importance. The capital city is Kabul, home to over 4.5 million people. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy, with about 80% of the population depending on farming. Yet, after decades of war and instability, poverty remains widespread, and industries have struggled to develop. But despite these challenges, Afghanistan is rich in untapped natural resources, including copper, iron, gold, rare earth minerals, and even lithium, a resource that could shape the future of global technology. Friends, many people confuse the terms Afghan and Afghani. Let's clear that confusion today. The people of Afghanistan are called Afghans. The currency of Afghanistan is called the Afghani. Despite years of economic hardship, the Afghan currency has remained stronger than some of its neighbors. Currently, one Afghani equals about 3.94 Pakistani rupees and 1.19 Indian rupees. The country's official languages are Pashto and Dari, and Islam is the dominant religion. Nearly 99% of Afghans are Muslims, with 85% being Sunni and 15% Shia. Friends, Afghanistan has earned one of the most powerful titles in history, the Graveyard of Empires. But why? Because no matter how mighty an empire was, Afghanistan resisted and outlasted them. Alexander the Great invaded Afghanistan in 330 BC, but his control was short-lived. Genghis Khan swept through in the 13th century, leaving destruction but never lasting control. The Mughal emperors, including Akbar and Shah Jahan, tried to dominate Afghanistan, but their influence always remained limited. In the 19th century, the British Empire, which ruled over half the world, faced humiliating defeats in the Anglo-Afghan Wars. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded, but after 10 years of bloody conflict, it was forced to withdraw, a defeat that contributed to the Soviet collapse. After the events of 9/11, the United States invaded in 2001. With the most powerful military on Earth, the US stayed for nearly 20 years, but even they eventually withdrew in 2021. This repeated pattern of resistance is why Afghanistan is known as the Graveyard of Empires, a place where invaders may enter, but they never truly conquer. Friends, while the world often sees Afghanistan only through the lens of war, the truth is that Afghan culture is deeply rich, diverse, and full of life. Afghans are famous for their hospitality. Even a poor family will treat guests with respect, offering them the best food they have, often tea, dry fruits, and meat dishes. Afghanistan is world-renowned for its dry fruits, almonds, pistachios, walnuts, figs, and especially raisins. These are exported across the globe. Kabuli pulao, a fragrant rice dish with lamb, carrots, and raisins, is the national dish. Shinwari karai is a popular meat dish you'll find in almost every restaurant. Fresh naan bread is served with almost every meal. Sports also hold an important place in Afghan culture. Besides football and cricket, Afghanistan's traditional sport is buzkashi, a dramatic and intense game where horsemen compete to grab a goat carcass and carry it to a goal. Kabul, the capital, is a lively city with markets, restaurants, and a mix of old and modern culture. But life here is also restricted under the Taliban government. Cinemas and music are banned, women's education is limited, and public entertainment is scarce. Still, Afghans hold on to their traditions, faith, and identity with incredible resilience. Afghanistan is a land of incredible history and heritage. Let's explore some of its most famous landmarks. The Garden of Babur, or Kabul, the final resting place of Babur, founder of the Mughal Empire. Shah-e-Do Shamshira Mosque, or Kabul, known as the Mosque of the Two Swords, it is one of Kabul's most iconic religious sites. The Blue Mosque, Mazar-i-Sharif, believed by many to house the tomb of Hazrat Ali Raviali, it is one of the holiest sites in Afghanistan. Its turquoise domes shine like jewels in the desert. Bandi Amir National Park, Afghanistan's first national park, famous for its crystal blue lakes surrounded by rugged mountains. Bamyan Valley, once home to the world's tallest Buddha statues before they were destroyed in 2001. The valley's caves and cliffs remain a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These landmarks remind us that Afghanistan is not just a place of conflict, but a cradle of civilizations and cultures that once flourished here. Now, friends, let us talk about a project that could completely transform Afghanistan's future. This is the Koshipa Canal project, a massive canal being built without foreign aid. It will be 285 kilometers long and 500 feet wide, diverting water from the Amu Darya River. This canal will irrigate 55 million acres of desert land, turning barren soil into fertile farmland. By 2028, Afghanistan hopes not only to feed its own people, but also to export wheat to other countries. What makes this project remarkable is that it is being built almost entirely by Afghan engineers and workers, using local resources. If successful, this project could give Afghanistan food security, economic independence, and hope for the future. Friends, you've probably heard about the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC. But now a new trade route is emerging, the China-Afghanistan Corridor. Through the Wakhan Corridor, China is building a road link to Afghanistan, which will then connect to Iran and eventually to Europe. For Afghanistan, this means direct access to Chinese markets for its dry fruits, minerals, and agricultural products. For China, it is an alternative trade route that avoids Pakistan. Historically, the Silk Road passed through Afghanistan, making it a center of trade between East and West. This new corridor could revive that ancient role, placing Afghanistan once again at the crossroads of global trade. Friends, one thing history teaches us is that there are no permanent friends or enemies in global politics, only interests. Today, China is supporting Afghanistan for strategic reasons. Tomorrow, other powers might step in if they see benefit. But the real question is, can Afghanistan maintain peace and stability within its own borders? If yes, then the country could rise from the ashes of war and claim its rightful place in the world. Friends, Afghanistan is a land of contradictions. On one side, it has been scarred by endless wars, poverty, and restrictions. On the other, it is blessed with natural beauty, immense resources, a proud culture, and one of the most resilient peoples in the world. It is the land where empires have fallen, but also the land that gave birth to mighty civilizations. A place that challenges outsiders, but nurtures its own with unmatched hospitality. So friends, this was our documentary journey through Afghanistan, its past, its present, and its possible future. We hope you found it informative and inspiring. Do share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more such documentaries. Till the next video, may Allah protect you all.